Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Barbarian and this is Crusader Kings 2 and we have returned in the form and shape of good old Kagan, Dogan, the ill ruler. And what an insult, honestly, that they're calling us the ill ruler. We have been a tremendously effective ruler. You know, past the first couple of hiccups where I may or may not have lost a couple of battles. But look at us now, look at how we have risen up. We now hold Itil, which is incredibly important because it means that we can build a temple here. And with a temple, we will be in a position of actually reforming the faith, and that will be the goal. Now, I want to say thank you. Goodness me, you know, the growth that this channel has seen over the last months, it's insane. You know, I started out with 500 subscribers at the start of the year, and when I usually asked, hey, you know, what kind of suggestions do you guys have for playthroughs, I would get like, you know, solid like 5 to 10 answers. I would be very happy with that and very thankful, of course, but you guys gave me, I want to say like 60 suggestions. I want to say thank you for that. Obviously, I cannot do all 60 suggestions, not even in the foreseeable, you know, years to come. But I will make a list out of that. I will, you know, think about it. And I think we're going to play a couple of those scenarios. There were a couple of good ones, or actually many good ones rather. But, you know, you gotta be harsh here in your judgment. You gotta kick out a lot so that others can actually be played. Now, in this episode, I want to reform the faith. You also let me know, of course, what kind of reformation you want to see. We're going to do a bit of a meme reformation that you usually don't ever see, but the positive part about it is, of course, that it will fit the roleplay, because eventually, you know this by now, I assume, eventually we would like to become Zunist. Now, I want to stay as close as possible, you know, to the Zunist idea, even if we are Tengri, but the Tengri are already fairly close, because, as you may know, they do praise the sky. And the Sky Father. So I think we're gonna have a wonderful way there that we can do. But for, you know, for starters, we gotta do something. Oh, and I gotta get rid of these mercs. I almost forgot that we had those attached. We gotta go and raid a bit. I think, you know... Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think we're gonna start raiding. I think we are going to go... Ah, I can't do a subordination. Alright, I need more prestige, and then I will conquer this so that I can raid all over this territory. That's gonna bring us so much money. Alright, for starters, let's raid some, you know, let's teach them a lesson, let's get some money, some piety, and some prestige. And from there, we will then be able to actually, you know, strike down our enemies wherever they stand. As you do, and then hopefully reform the faith. We also do still have to build a temple right here for 400 bucks roughly. That's a lot of raiding, I gotta tell you. You know, at the very least, we have Fergana over here. I think we're gonna go and raid them immediately. While we do this, of course, we will not actually be at war with anyone, meaning that our manpower can replenish, which is incredibly important. Because otherwise, we will never be able to actually recruit anything. I've been scraping the bottom of the barrel here a bit, I think, this until now. And look at this. So our retinue, of course. Our retinue gives us piety cost, which is bad because we need 750 piety to reform the faith. But honestly, I think we're going to be fine. If this goes poorly, then I won't be able to reform it this episode, but in the next one. So either way, it should happen quite soon. Today I was approached by my half-brother Baitash. Apparently he is concerned about my health and thinks that I'm becoming too frail and thin. If I keep eating so little, he says, I will soon no longer be able to wield a sword, pleasure a woman, or even just go out riding. I don't know, we are gluttonous already, you know what? How do you like me? He doesn't like me at all, he's doing this to spite me, you know what? Shut up, this is none of your business. None of your business, you coward, get out of my face. Alright, let's raid them over here. They should have a decent amount of money. Fairly mediocre. But we should nonetheless, you know, take every little bit of money that we can get, really. If we have any prisoners, now is the moment to sell them off, you know. No matter who they are. 302 gold. That's the spirit. That's what I want to see. Now, we do have the prestige for the war done. Ooh, they have a revolt, huh? Yeah, if I can claim Ustord, once they reunite, I want to claim all of this land so that we have access down south into Persia and Transoxiana. I think that's the dream at the end of the day, because it means, you know, that we can finally go and attack where the holy sides of the good old Zunists are. Now, does anybody else want to buy their people back? Come on, I know you want it. There you go. Accept paying ransom. That's the spirit. And they're fighting here on our... What is this? I'm not involved in this. Okay, you know, I don't want to lose anything, so... Please, not do this. Had a tongue of an unbeliever added to their treasury. So now we have a tongue of a great hero. I remember getting that. And then the tongue of an unbeliever. Both of which are awful, by the way. Quality 1. That's just terrible luck. Getting terrible items indeed. But would you look at this? Our money is, you know, getting exactly where it needs to be. Our piety, not so much, but the prestige is doing fairly well. Young Tetani has finished education in the ways of intrigue. It seems she has learned all the basic skills required. Very good. Very, very good indeed. The Grand Summoning. Oh, you're part of this, huh? And look at him. Jesus, he gotta stop doing this. Blessing of Azazel. Blessing of Avnas. Demonic Healing. Magical Corruption. Blessing of Mammon. Under Suspicion. This dude only does Grand Summonings. All of these symbols are from Grand Summonings. Wow. You know what? Let's do it. Our coven surrounds the summoning circle. The correct symbols drawn. The fatty candles burning a sickly green. Ahadir intones the final invocation just as I offer up the sacrifice. Distracted by the spurting blood at first, I don't notice the man standing in the circle like he was there all along. Looking straight at me with a smirk, he says, "Bravely done, child. You have no understanding of the forces you are meddling with, but I did find your sacrifice pleasing. Quid pro quo. Name your desire, boy." Alright, contemporary politics joke. Yeah, I think we're gonna go against the Pecheneges as soon as we can, but first, let's build up Itil with a beautiful temple. That's exactly how it is. Am I the only one? I feel like the game sound is actually like a bit quiet. Oh, I'm gonna enhance it like this. Let's see how it is at the end of the episode. Our prestige is going up. Our piety, sadly, not so much, but this is going up. Now, I could take the prestige here, and you know what? I think we will. I don't need to destroy this. I don't care whether it is destroyed or not, but, you know, I'd rather it not be destroyed. Just so that I can pillage it later. Alright, let's head over there. Ooh, I can rank up for the first time. Summon Familiar, Tainted Touch, and Demonic Possession. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. And now we shall go against the Pecheneges and defeat them. I have been promoted. Very nice. Didn't we have a mission to sacrifice a ruler? Yeah, we sadly don't have any rulers. I really wish we did, because I would love to do it. Alright, we will do the classic move here. We will, of course, invade as we go. One of your loyal retinue warriors has approached you with a petition for aid. He says his family lost several of their mares to illness and now they're struggling to feed their children. You'll have 6 mares from my personal herd. You know what? Absolutely. If you serve in my retinue, you are A-okay in my book. Rashida bint Ukbar. I mean, good for you, I guess. Doesn't really change much. Speaking of which, my son is actually excellent, but my brother is the one that will inherit here. I'm not actually quite sure. I'm not quite sure what the Reformation that I have in mind will do to agnatic nomad succession. I guess it would just implement the women being a part of it. Alright, let's go in right here. We can defeat them where they stand. Oh, so close. Literally 1 day before we were to enter. And we shall go with the subordination of Ustord. That's what I'm talking about. Let's destroy them. Now, I don't think I need to call anyone in. We don't have any children. That's okay. And now that he married, he's just... Is it always whoever... Wait a minute, what? Am I misunderstanding agnatic nomad succession? With... Oh, because he lost the prestige. Right. If I make you lose prestige, it will be my son that inherits. But then again, look at this dude. He's great. So I just made you lose it for no reason whatsoever. He's a great character, just for the record here. But he's, of course, you know, zealous, which isn't perfect for the Zunist run here. If I could find somebody that wouldn't have you lose... There you go. He would not actually lose any prestige. He would win it. Quite the opposite of that. The Zunbil Shadam. Wait a minute. What? Am I... Right. I want you, indeed, to marry this lady. Zunbil Shadam. Why is he a king? Is that him? Oh, that is him. Oh, wow. At least one of the Zunists, or one of the Zunbils, I should say, is still, you know, having the upper hand here. Everybody else has been subjugated entirely. He is Buddhist, but, you know, it's kind of cool to see that he's still hanging out there. Now, this is very, very positive, because it means that he can remain our heir. And I know that our son will be quite unhappy about it, but, I mean, look at him. He's a great character. He's absolutely amazing. I will never complain about a character like that inheriting. How could I? Why should I? Alright, that is good for you. Don't know who you are, but, you know... Congratulations. I think this war will be over without fighting a single battle, depending on whether they can re-siege this. During the last few days, my daughter Nergis has not been able to keep any drink of food down. It seems as if she's suffering from food poisoning. Oh, that's the one that we are marrying to Tibet. I love it. I really do. Alright, let's take this out. I'm gonna attack this there. Oh, 99. Alright, well, here you go then. We actually have to go back. Oh, nope, we don't. Nice. Very, very nice. You wanna proselytize here? I don't think so. There are horrors to suffer in this life as well. And I think we want to create a new clan. You know, there's nothing wrong with a new clan. Let me just take a look. I'm holding this. Doesn't really matter, does it? I want to give away Oshruzana for sure. Split clan. Oshruzana, there you go. I need to give away quite the number here. I feel like I want to move south already. This is, of course, you know, our ancestral land, but I mean, look at this. At this point, our ancestral land is literally everywhere. You know what? Now that I look at it, I think I'm going to split the clan again, and then I'm just going to hand out this territory right here, because I do not necessarily want to hold on to that, I don't think. Here we go. We can have 3 more clans even. That's just outrageous. Saxine, there you go. You, my dear friend, shall now have Yeruslan, Sarai, and maybe even Uzen. No, actually, I don't need to give that out, so you know what? Screw you, buddy. You got nothing. Why does he hate me so, anyway? 1 seat on the council. I mean, you know what? It is kind of fair. You're terrible as a steward, but the other guy was also pretty awful. And then we're going to move our capital, I would say, to Karabogas. Don't say anything, okay? I know what all of you want to say here. Don't say it. We all know what's going on, okay? Karabogas, indeed. Alright, and now we can just go and plunder. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I do wish that I got some, you know, more piety here. Is there any building that is related to piety that I could build? I don't think there is. And I don't think it is even likely that I will find anything at all. I mean, here we are. You know, destroyed their forces for no reason whatsoever. You want to marry this lady? You know, I don't actually know who that is, so feel free to do so. Now, with what we have done here, we are now in a position where I can just destroy every single holding. Oh, we've already been raided, huh? Every single holding standing in our way. We're going to start with Orgench. I would like to take as many of these mosques as I can. Now, he does not actually have enough troops to hinder me in doing this. But I gotta say, not quite sure when it comes to piety gain here, because this definitely won't cut it. This will 0% cut it. I will worship the ancestors, and you know what? Let me conquer my enemies. How are we doing in terms of population? Yeah, not so hot. Not so hot, I would say. I will, you know what? I think we gotta actually get rid of one of our eyes if I do want the piety here, and I think that is exactly what I need. Alright, well, I'm now severely injured. Let's hope that I will not pass away. That would be radically bad. How's the teal doing, by the way? 17th of August, 800, so that will happen quite soon. I am slightly pessimistic at this point, whether we will actually be able to get the piety needed, because I don't really have anything in relation to piety. Maybe for wholesome war games, it is primarily prestige, but I'm hoping that I would also get some actual piety from it. But would I? You know what? Not so certain. Let me get some more money. Because I would like, no matter what else is going on, I would like to get some stuff going on. You know, getting more population, always very important. All of these, honestly, I'm gonna say it because there's only one fief that you deal with when you are a nomad. I think with the nomads, building, actually upgrading your provinces, or your province, I should say, is a good choice. You know my opinion. I have a very radical opinion. I think building tall in Crusader Kings 2 is futile, and you should just conquer with the money instead of, you know, building up your existing fiefdoms. Now, as a nomad, I think that's slightly different, because the bonuses that you get are all very significant. I have recently noticed one of my soldiers, Balaban, is something else to say the least. He outmaneuvers warriors with twice his experience in the sparring on a regular basis. Perhaps I can find him a new position? Very nice. Thanks, ancestors. Love having your aid. And we are making, just because of the... Ooh, and look at that, the Abbasids. Right, okay. Let's just recapitulate that. Caliph Ubaid rose up, successfully, became the Shia Caliph in Iraq, and now the Abbasids, which are the Sunni Caliphs, are facing a gigantic rebellion. What is going on here? But Talib's claim, this is a claim rebellion, for Al-Mansur's claim. So they have plenty of people, apparently, that want to be the new Caliph. But if they take over the Empire and the Sunni Caliphate would begin to be split. At least, if I'm seeing this correctly, and I believe that I am. But you know what? It was about time that the Abbasids imploded, because they were insanely powerful. Just looking around, it is very easy to tell that maybe they were a bit OP. What are we going to do here? We could go for Kiva, but it wouldn't really give me all the piety that I need. I just need all that piety. All that goddamn piety, you know? I think we will go for it. Hey, Are you in a war? You're not in a war, but the Abbasids will not protect you, not, you know, while they are being destroyed by outside forces. I think it is time that we take care of good old Bajanid Emirate. What a name. There you go. Khiva shall... Actually, I would actually be happy with Samarkand, you know that? Samarkand would probably be the better thing to take. It's also 3 provinces, much like this one. And it's their capital as well. There is no trade post in here, if I'm... There totally is a trade post here. Not that I, you know, can do much with that. Let's take Samarkand. And let's, of course, you know, take everyone... you know what, fair enough. There's plenty of people, I guess, to join in with us. Open council position, huh? Want the rest to actually have leadership over the armies. Oh, that's plenty of troops down there. See? It is a bit frightening, I gotta admit. A tiny bit frightening. But I think we are prepared to actually go through here. Now, I will not actually lose a title. See, it's always risky. If you don't have enough troops, then... You know, the main title of the Yapgui dynasty will be inherited by another dynasty, but we're faring fairly well. I believe that we are clearly leading. And actually, you can't see it here. It depends on the population and the actual troops that you have, and I think we are clearly leading. I mean, the other one had like 1k. Yeah, we're still in the lead, but it could not hurt to get some new troops. Ooh! I can now get camel cavalry. See, absolutely. Thank you, yes. How could I say no to this? Let's move in a bit further here. They are going to siege this down, obviously, you know, as they do. And they're coming for us. Start of the Viking Age. The centralization of power in Scandinavia, along with a rapid population expansion, has begun to drive its denizens to look beyond the home shores in earnest. New developments in shipbuilding, an adventurous spirit, and a fearless belief in the gods are now taking Norse seafarers across the seas towards distant lands. They arrive as traders, raiders, and conquerors, and they call themselves Vikings. From the fury of the Northmen deliver us. So, the way I see it, this is actually terrible for Europe, because you have 2 incredibly strong Viking kingdoms here. King Tjudmund the Chaste of Swithoth, and of course, King Harald of Denmark. Oh wow, they definitely... And I mean, you also have Saxony. They actually held. They never fell. Karl never destroyed Saxony. Karl, when did you die anyway? Let me take a look here. Karl of West France. So he died when? 774? On the orders of Duke Griefer of Bourbon. He must have been at war with Saxony at the time and then just died and, you know, it was all over, I guess. Damn. I'll be real with you. That's tough, because Europe will be plundered. And I feel, shouldn't there be a building here, I should say. Monastic school. You need temple walls 1 and we need cities and temples level is greater or equal to 3. That is definitely not the case and will not be the case anytime soon anyway. That's a rough one. My friend and fellow sister in disease, Tekcha, and I had been discussing a small devotion to Shin Jihun when she suddenly stood up, stretched and said, "I'm in the mood for mayhem. Let's dress up and head down to camp." You know what? Sure. Why not? Tekcha and I are riding down the camp at a lazy trot. As we pass by some children playing in front of an impressive yard, I'm suddenly overcome with hatred and revulsion. This family is clearly favored by Tengri. You know what? Let's just move on. Let's find a different family. I usually always, you know, take that family down, but not today. The tavern was packed when we arrived. Tekcha distracted the tavern keeper while I dozed the barrels with dreamer's delight. An hour later, the mood was getting festive. That's when Tekcha decided to play a prank on me, locking me into a room with 3 burly warriors who were starting to rave and hallucinate. You coward. The drug can ruin the mind permanently. You absolute coward, Tekcha. I will never trust you again, and now I'm dull. I am a literal cow. How dare you? God damn it, Tekcha. Never again will I trust you. Now, I think we want to actually leave this province. See, the way I see it, I think we can take these on once we are completely united, but I don't want to seek a fight until that has occurred. Young Layla has finished education. I don't even know you. Get out of here. Are you already locked in, eh? See, I got a feeling if I go in now, we should be good to go. Let's just hide out right here. There they are. Yep, he's definitely unwilling to face us. Meaning that I'm just gonna head in right here. Cattle pens built in Karabogas. Let's build that up even further. I don't want max population to go up, I'll be honest with you. And we could go with a trade post limit, and we are going to conquer, of course, trading land, but at the same time, you know what, let's just do it. Doesn't hurt. We have the money, you know, we have the time. What's keeping us from it? I don't think anything is. Is this a... yeah, this is a river crossing. I'm thinking if I go around, I may be able to catch him and destroy him. But, you know, until then, let's just Is he coming for me? No, he's just going up here. Why would you do that? Not... Oh, that is a river crossing, huh? Yep, he's not willing to do that. You know what? Let's just sit here. If he goes there, then I can intervene. But right now, it does not seem willing to do that. I will actually just take the prestige. I don't care for the tech modifier at this point. How old am I? 49. Good God, that's awful. That is genuinely terrible, because it means that we are now in a situation where, well, you know, to explain it easily, that I gotta hurry up. If I don't hurry up, I'm not going to be in a position to actually reform the faith with this character. And I don't know if you will be able to do it either, Tugul. Look at you. 56 piety, good God. We need much more piety. Now, there are, of course, no holy wars, but there, maybe with the conquests, I actually did not take a look at the conquest CB. I don't think it gives you piety. I kind of declare another, there you go. Conquest, if you win, I gain prestige. I do actually gain piety, so I guess it is time for some conquest wars after all. You know, always dismissing them since they're only for one county. I wasn't sure if they would give us the desired piety, and they do indeed. So you know what? I think we can finish this either this episode or at the start of the next one. I hope that we would already be done, but you know, here we are. Oh, I wouldn't, you know. It doesn't really matter. I would have liked to be the attacker, but that's okay. We just destroyed him, and we shall now just march in further to actually siege what needs to be sieged. His core realm over there. And Baitash now suddenly, ooh, that's a decent amount of piety, my friend. He all of a sudden has more prestige, and yeah, there you go. He just gains it at a quicker rate. And is our heir yet again. How about our son? What's our son doing here? Oh, right. I love her. He's not that great. He's not going to inherit. Our son is not the best of the best. Let's just keep it, you know, under that wrap. Why are you imprisoned? You know what? I must have forgotten what she did, but she must have done something. Otherwise, I wouldn't have imprisoned her. Let's be honest here. Now, let's take him out. Let's win this war, which I don't believe gives us piety. I just want to... Yeah, no piety. I will take it all down, and then we will continue and actually do some county conquests. You know, I kind of spurn that, I guess. I spurn that way of expanding because it's just one county. Who goes to war over just a county, right? But at the same time, if it gives me piety, by all means, I need it. Right, there you go. Oh, and we actually captured him. See, I could sacrifice him, and I think I will, because we're going to win it anyway. This war's over. So be sacrificed. Emir Yahya looks dazed as he's dragged to the altar, and you can see dawning comprehension on his face as he is tied down. You ignore his begging, his chants of praise to Erlich build to crescendo. Finally, it is time. You swing your blade in an overhead arc, which ends in Emir Yahya's heart. Right. Let me actually... Yeah, okay, no, it doesn't work. It already knows he is deceased, and I mean rightfully so. This war's over. Either way, this war's absolutely over. No doubt about it. It's just a matter of getting the rest of the war score. And after that, we can properly continue. Hey, you. There you go. Let's take him down. 84% easy. Let's take it all down. That's what we're here for. At the end of the day. 100% and it is done. My lover is dead. Oh, wow. Did Kapagan kill him, you think? Oh, I mean, he is an elusive shadow. You know what? He must have known. How would he have known? Wouldn't he get a character modifier against me? Ooh, we could marry some Germanic people, huh? That's quite fascinating. Also some Christians, of course. Are there any Zunists left? Look, we got all of them in our court. Oh, there they are. Look at you. 17 years old, absolutely. Marrying to House Zunbil. I mean, he's already, you know what, he's not going to inherit, so that is fine. This war's over, and we can actually start... See, I should have just sieged all of this nonsense, I think. Pillage the holding. Every damn time. And then I shall take away every single person's holding. Look, I'm sorry to do this. You're all non-nomads. I don't actually care for you. Please leave my land so that I may be able... Maybe, are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding, right? I'm gonna take all of this down. Humbly accept. There you go. Thank you. Be pillaged. Be pillaged. Well, that's certainly a mistake I just made here, huh? Oh no! So I just settled as feudal because I misclicked. when handing out, or rather when pillaging territory. Now here we are. Settled Chief Dogan, the ill ruler of Bukhara. I am at a loss for words. I will leave it to you guys, lads and lasses. There's been so many suggestions of what I should play, and I think much of that will be in a roleplay thing. Let me know if you think I should, like, try to continue this. Because I think it's possible. I mean, we have 6.8k troops, right? It's a good start, but it's just... Oh my goodness, this is... Okay, you know, I gotta gather my thoughts. I gotta get back a bit of brain power, I think. Let me know in the comments, because this is disastrous, but at the same time, I guess maybe it spices it up a bit. I regret everything. Look, I want to thank you for watching this episode, for bearing with me when I have a brain fart. And I want to thank the members of the channel, Richest T, Snywolf, Sai, and Herman. And of course the wonderful Dukes, Eric, Lexo, and Benedict. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you want to support what I do, which apparently is far from professional, check out the join button for the memberships. I'm so sorry. Check out the join button for the memberships and the affiliate link. I get a little bit of a share. Look, I gotta go. Later, alligator.